Welcome back to the channel. So do your shot shapes look like this? Or like this? Then it could be to do with how you're working your trail arm in the golf swing. I'll show you some common faults we see in the studio day to day, how we can get through them and hopefully improve our golf. Let's get into it. So trail arm in the golf swing, right arm for a righty, left arm for a lefty. I'm right-handed, so we'll be looking at my right arm today. And some of the common faults I see is straight from takeaway. We start to see, I want to reference point the shirt seam I've got here. Straight away from takeaway, we start to see that elbow moving behind that shirt seam, elbow up and behind you. As you can see, the pit of my elbow now is facing more towards the ball. That's when we start to get into trouble with what we call being stuck. So that's anything sort of behind us coming down through into impact. That's where you get your big block up to the right, or you'll kind of save it, throw the arms at it, and that's where we get that pull hook shooting off the left-hand side. So whenever anyone says they struggle with consistency of both misses, this is one of the first things I kind of checkpoint. From there then, it's like low-hanging fruit, start with that, and then we start to look at club face and control. Because remember, whenever you make a change, it has to affect the ball flight. This, in particular, is just going to affect how you control that face angle at impact. So, like I say, common fault, this elbow pit starts to work down to the ground, more to the ball, elbow behind the shirt seam, up to the ceiling there. If we can start to get this elbow as we rotate in our body, facing more up to the sky, this elbow pit, we start to see then our arm structure stay more in front of our chest, and that's just going to help you with the consistency of club face control. Like I say, you're not going to be in a position where you either block it, you might time it okay, or you might throw the hands at it and get a ball that goes way left. This will just increase that consistency, make it a little bit easier for yourself to control that club face. So believe it or not, this pull movement can actually start with how we grip the club with a trail hand. Let me show you. So what we see a lot from amateurs is as we play this trail hand on the grip, this trail arm actually rotates to do it. So you get the elbow pit pointing more towards the target. Naturally from there, this elbow wants to bend and fold more in this direction. So I'll show you from here, we get into that position again. What we'd actually want to see, arm hang naturally. Notice my elbow pit actually points out a little bit 45 degrees in that direction. From there, just rotate that wrist. You see my elbow pit's not rotating, and then we place the hand on the grip. When your elbow's in this position, it naturally wants to start folding up in the position we want to try and get into. So I'll look from this angle, and actually folds up as I rotate. Understandably, some of us might have some shoulder issues and mobility issues. A quick checkpoint for this is pop our trail arm in this position and we rotate back. How far can you get back to 90 degrees? If you've got tightness or stiffness there, then it might be worth going to see physio to work on that. But let's get into some drills now and we can see how we can create that feeling to get into a decent position at the top. If you enjoy this type of content, hit subscribe, hit like, that'd be awesome. Notification bell if you want to see the content coming up. Again, hopefully get some course vlogs in before the weather turns terrible again, but back to the video. So a nice easy one for this as well is just right hand on the club. We're gonna use the lead hand as a bit of a hook underneath that right elbow. So think logo of your glove against that elbow. Again, with that arm in the correct position when we take our address. Now what you're gonna do is rotate your upper body, get the club up to the top. In that position there, you can kind of see that this hand is stopping the paw movement. It's kind of a nice easy way to get that feeling. You can just take that up to the top a few times, get the club up there, elbow in a good position. Training aids wise, I'm not famous or popular enough to have anything given to me, so this isn't an advert. We have a inflatable ball. From there, pop that between your elbows. Again, first step is to get this arm in a good spot when we take our grip. From here, if you struggle with this swing fault, this might feel really mad, but then trying to keep that ball, this is a super extreme feeling in between those elbows. You can see that kind of keeps everything out in front of me. Again, whenever we're making a swing change, it has to affect an impact factor, has to affect our ball flight. Like I say, this should make it a little easier for you to start to control the club face. This idea of keeping the arm structure out in front of your body relates to a term called connection. Now, most people think that connection in a golf swing means biceps to the side of the chest. That's not it at all. So connection is, imagine I had a resistance band between my hands or the grip and the center of my chest. That's connection. So if I can keep this out in front of me, this is connected. If these at any point in the swing start to drift left or right, that's me losing connection. Dead simple drill. Give this to quite a few people. You can't really do enough of this. It's like almost like a checkpoint. So start at address, elbow in a good spot. All you're going to do is rotate, start the takeaway, get that back to the club last parallel. Then you're going to turn your stance 90 degrees to face your hands. Now you can see I've turned and I've kept my connection because my hands are still in front of my chest. If I started that paw movement early on and I started dragging that way and I turn my stance to face my hands, you see they're actually on the right hand side of my body there, so I've lost my connection. I've lost it quite early. Again, you can do this at the top of the swing. We're going to rotate. I'm going to get to the top of my back swing. From here, turn my stance to face my hands. Kept my connection quite nicely. They're in front of my chest. Paw movement. I'll even grip it poorly, give you the extreme view. I'm going to take that up. I'm going to turn my stance to face my hands. You see how far on the right hand side they are now? Again, completely lost connection. Think of that from the top of the swing. You've got milliseconds before you hit the ball. Managing to get that back into a functional position and time it consistently might be where you're losing a bit of club face control, hence our direction's a little bit off for you. Thanks for watching the video. Hope it really helps you out. If it did, pop down, hit the comment section, let us know what you think. If there's anything you want to work on in particular, anything advice in particular, I can create a video on that. Again, hit that comment section and hit like, subscribe, that'd be awesome. I'll see you in the next video.